Imagine this. A single word, like fire, reaches your ears. In less than a second, your brain transforms this sound into meaning. Maybe a campfire's warmth or a life-threatening emergency. But how does it know? This isn't just about sound or memory. It's about the brain decoding the world in ways even science struggles to explain. Every word you hear carries invisible power, capable of shaping your emotions, decisions, and even reality itself. Right now, your brain is orchestrating billions of neural connections, allowing you to understand these words effortlessly. Yet behind this seamless process lies one of humanity's greatest mysteries. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on your brain's secret language decoder. By the end of this journey, you'll never think about words the same way again. Every time someone speaks, your brain does something extraordinary. It doesn't just listen. It predicts, analyzes, and adapts all at once. For instance, when you hear the sentence, "The dog is chasing the," your brain instantly prepares for the word ball or cat. This predictive process happens in the auditory cortex, which acts as the brain's language gatekeeper. But that's just step one. From there, the word travels to Wernicke's area, where meaning is attached. It's like the brain is running a mental search engine, comparing what you've just heard to every memory and experience you've ever had. What's truly mind-blowing is the speed. Neuroscientists have discovered that your brain can process a word and its meaning in less than 600 milliseconds, faster than the blink of an eye. Here's the twist. Context changes everything. When you hear the word bank, are you thinking about money or a river's edge? Your brain uses surrounding words, tone, and even body language to resolve the ambiguity. This adaptability is what makes human communication so powerful and so unique. Words are more than tools for communication. They shape how we see and interact with the world. Let's explore a fascinating phenomenon known as linguistic relativity. This concept suggests that the language you speak can actually influence how you think and perceive reality. Consider this. In Russian, there are separate words for light blue and dark blue, while English uses just one, blue. Studies show that Russian speakers are better at distinguishing shades of blue than English speakers. The language they speak literally sharpens their perception of color. But it's not just colors. Some indigenous languages don't use terms like left or right. Instead, they orient everything using cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. Speakers of these languages are far better at navigating and spatial awareness than those of us who rely on relative directions. This proves that words don't just describe the world, they mold how we understand and navigate it. Now think about your own life. What words have shaped your reality? A compliment that boosted your confidence, or a harsh critique that left a lasting scar? The power of language isn't just theoretical, it's deeply personal. For all its brilliance, the brain's language system is fragile. When something goes wrong, the effects can be devastating. Consider aphasia, a condition where people lose the ability to speak or understand language, often due to a stroke or brain injury. One famous case involved a man who could form sentences that sounded fluent but made no sense, a phenomenon called Wernicke's aphasia. Imagine someone saying, "The chair sings under the purple river," and believing it's perfectly logical. Another case involved a woman who understood everything spoken to her but struggled to form even the simplest sentence, highlighting the role of Broca's area in producing speech. These disorders are tragic, but they also offer a window into the brain's inner workings. By studying what breaks, scientists can better understand how the system functions when it's intact. It's like reverse engineering a masterpiece to see how all the pieces fit together. Unlike spoken language, which humans evolved to use over tens of thousands of years, reading is a relatively new skill. The human brain wasn't designed for it, yet we've adapted in ways that seem almost miraculous. When you see a word like ocean, your brain's visual cortex first deciphers the shapes of the letters. That information is then passed to a specialized region called the visual word form area, where symbols are linked to sounds. Finally, the phonological loop plays those sounds in your mind, making sense of the word. For skilled readers, this process feels effortless, but for someone learning to read, the complexity becomes clear. It's a reminder of how adaptable the human brain is, able to repurpose existing neural circuits to master an entirely new skill. Language didn't just evolve for communication, it transformed human evolution itself. Early humans who could share information, like where to find food or how to avoid predators, had a massive survival advantage. But language did more than help us survive. It helped us thrive. With language, humans could imagine scenarios that didn't exist, plan for the future, and share stories that bound communities together. Some researchers believe storytelling might be one of the most powerful functions of language, allowing humans to transfer knowledge and emotions across generations. What's truly fascinating is that as language evolved, so did the human brain. Over thousands of years, we developed larger brains with specialized regions for speech and comprehension. This co-evolution of language and the brain is one of the most remarkable chapters in the story of humanity. Despite everything we've learned, many questions remain unanswered. How do babies, born without language, master it so quickly? Why do some people find it so easy to learn multiple languages, while others struggle? And could artificial intelligence ever replicate the depth and nuance of human communication? One of the biggest mysteries is whether language shapes thought or vice versa. Do we think in words, or do words merely express pre-existing ideas? Some studies suggest that language might actually shape the way we categorize and remember the world. For instance, speakers of languages with no future tense, like Hopi, tend to think about time differently than English speakers. These questions touch on the very essence of what it means to be human. Language isn't just a tool, it's a reflection of who we are and how we see the world. Words hold extraordinary power. They can comfort or wound, inspire revolutions, or end conflicts. Think about it. Words have shaped every major event in history. They've created movements, toppled empires, and changed the course of lives. But their power isn't inherent. It comes from your brain. Your mind doesn't just hear words, it interprets them, connects them to memories, and infuses them with meaning. This ability to create meaning is what makes language so profoundly human. Language is more than just communication. It's the foundation of thought, culture, and connection. It's the invisible thread that links our past to our future and binds us to one another. The next time you hear someone speak or say a word yourself, remember the miracle happening inside your brain. So what's the most powerful word you've ever heard? And why? Share your answer in the comments. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit that like button. Share it with someone who loves unraveling the mysteries of the human mind, and don't forget to subscribe. Together, we'll keep exploring the wonders of what makes us human.